game changer in the field of education, a game changer we desperately need to both improve achievement for all and increase equity for children and communities who have been historically underserved. Economist Jeffrey Sachs, author of The End of Poverty and the Force Behind the United Nations Millennium Villages Project, believes that mobile phones and wireless internet end isolation and will therefore prove to be the most transformative technology of economic development of our time. And in 2011, then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton announced a new foreign policy doctrine. She introduced Internet freedom by saying that information networks were a great leveler that we should use to help lift people out of poverty and give them a freedom from want. World leaders are convinced that technology will make the world a better place. But does technology really cause positive social change? Consider poverty in the United States. Its rate decreased steadily for decades until 1970. Around 1970, though, the decline stopped. Since then, the poverty rate has held steady at a stubborn 12 to 13%, embarrassingly high for the world's richest country, only to rise since the 2007 recession. Over the past 4 decades, real incomes for poor and middle-class households stagnated. Inequality shot up to a level not seen for a century. During the same 4 decades, though, the United States experienced an explosion of new technologies. America ushered in the Internet and the personal computer. Its companies invented mobile phones and social media. U.S. firms such as Apple, Google, Microsoft, and Twitter dominate the global corporate landscape, churning out product after product used by billions of people. In 2014, there were more than 210 million Facebook accounts in the United States, outnumbering Americans aged 15 to 64. For a while now, the total U.S. population has been eclipsed by the number of wireless subscriptions. So during a golden age of innovation in the world's most technologically advanced country, there has been no dent in our rate of poverty. All of our amazing digital technologies, widely disseminated, didn't alleviate our most glaring social ill. A Tale of Two Approaches. When Smith said, "Talent is universal, opportunity is not," she was quoting an epigraph from a memoir titled, "It Happened on the Way to War," by former Marine Captain Ry Barcott. Barcott was an officer in training in 2000 when he visited Kibera, the largest slum in Nairobi, and his eyes were opened to global poverty. Feeling compelled to do something about it, he worked with local residents Tabitha Atieno Festo and Salim Mohammed to found a non-profit organization called Carolina for Kibera, CFK, which has since been honored for its work by Time magazine and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The organization runs health and education programs and trains youth leaders to solve community problems. Steve Juma, for example, joined a CFK youth soccer team and discovered he made a good referee and peer mentor. CFK granted him a medical school scholarship, and Juma now treats patients at its clinic. The founders believe that everyone comes into the world with potential, but not everyone has the opportunity to develop it. Talent is universal, and opportunity is the nurturing of that talent. This is very different from Smith's take. Whereas Smith is concerned about external provision, Barcott builds up internal strengths. The difference is profound, even as Smith, and every Google employee, knows well from another context. Google posts its job announcements on its website, so in theory, anyone with access to the Internet has the opportunity to apply. In practice, though, the jobs are closed to all but a small minority of people who have the education, experience, and personal contacts to pass extensive rounds of interviews and aptitude tests. I know many low-income people who would like nothing more than a well-paying job at a global technology company. But it doesn't matter whether they can browse engineering jobs on their phones. Online opportunity isn't always actually opportunity. Of course, Smith herself wouldn't argue that a 10th grade dropout from East Palo Alto and a Stanford computer science PhD have the same ability to hack software. Nevertheless, by equating the Internet with opportunity for underprivileged people, she has made a dubious assumption.